What's going on, guys? Welcome back into Rover Sports. It is Tuesday morning, and this was a very interesting tape to study. Was from the weekend. I said I would look at this prospect, and this is a very interesting, film analysis on Patrick Mahomes. And unlike really Mitchell Trubisky, Pat Mahomes is going to have Andy Reid in this West Coast offense for a long, long time. And today we're going to dive into the film here on Rover Sports and just talk about Pat's upside, talk about what Pat does really well. And really, Pat's been hit in the last 16 weeks. So let's see how he has progressed throughout the season. So we're going to try to go through as many plays of Pat as we can. Pretty much every play we could try to go through that he was involved in the passing of the football. So here with Mahomes, let's check out Mahomes right here. And basically, even though this is an incomplete pass, because it was kind of a blitz mix-up, and when you go play action, the Broncos read this really well. But watch the arm angle on Pat Mahomes. I mean, even as he's going to his left and he takes a shot, the ability of Pat, watch his arm angles here. Pat Mahomes can make every throw off of every platform. And he just has a different level of arm strength that guys really you just don't see it often. And he's a baseball player. He's a freewheeler. He is a gunslinger in the ultimate sense of the word. And that's why we can really appreciate Pat Mahomes. And Andy Reid and Holmgren, they have worked with Brett Favre, the early signs of Brett Favre. And a lot of what you're going to see in this tape is really special stuff from Pat. But there you see again, Mahomes get leveled, but he still shows the ability to throw from a really awkward angle, and that's going to help him a lot because in the NFL, you're not really going to have a clean pocket. Here, Mahomes has been coached up really well. This is one of the balls that Pat, has been coached up because he's going to, I want to slow this up. So Mahomes is going to look left. He's going to look left, but he knows that the hole in the zone is going to come open right here. And Mahomes, it's a tiny bit behind his target. Here coming across the middle. And he probably wanted to shield the defender. He pelts that ball in there though. Incredible torque and arm strength, though, from Mahomes. And his footwork is fine. It's just a miss throw. Usually when it's, an inaccurate throw, a little bit behind, it's really a footwork issue. But here with Mahomes, I really do like the footwork, and he really gets his body into the throw. And here Mahomes, watch how he delivers the ball downward. I mean, from a 6'3" frame, Mahomes is able to take the ball and he just pelts this ball downward. I mean, just uncanny and really rare arm talent Mahomes is. And now Patrick Mahomes, he did come from a spread offense of Cliff Kingsbury. And if he wouldn't have been coached up, if he would have been in a John Morton or Hugh Jackson system where they wouldn't have given him the freedom or the confidence, here KC comes out throwing 3 times. You don't see that with Bryce Petty and the New York Jets. You don't see that with a lot of offensive coordinators. They would be conservative. They'd be fearful. But they just let Pat Mahomes play with instincts, and this is an instincts throw. There's not much eye manipulation here. He just throws this up so that his big tight end can go ahead and wheel this ball in. And this is just an incredible pass. I mean, this is within 2 defenders. This is throwing with anticipation. And this is just a rare throw. Watch this play again in real time. I mean, Patrick Mahomes, this play down the field, this is a good 25 yards. And you watch him, and he's also throwing the ball. He can't even step up in the pocket, and he's able to put enough arc on the ball to be able to layer that ball in there. And he's playing against Talib, he's playing against Harris, he's playing against really, really good corners. So they're not much eye manipulation, but look at his release. I mean, his release, when he was at Texas Tech was loopy for sure. And even, throughout the first preseason games, it was loopy. But you see here how it's a lot more of a compact motion already. And Andy Reid and these quarterback coaches there, Matt Nagy and all these guys that are in Kansas City are teaching, Mahomes really well, because this motion here, the throwing motion, is compact. And even the footwork looks a lot more compact. And this throw, the guy had his back to the football. It is just an incredible, incredible pass by Pat Mahomes. Ballsy. First, 3 plays, he's coming out and he's swinging. And he hasn't played again in 16 weeks. So that just shows about the character and the confidence of Pat Mahomes here to do these sort of things. Here's a play where you want to see Mahomes be more decisive. And this is a play where Jimmy G and Trubisky, this is the play where they're fast feet and they are more of a quick game quarterback. Like, they are more equipped to handle the slant routes, where Mahomes is more of a guy that he wants to be more of a, play action, long ball type of player, kind of like what Josh Allen's probably going to be. But Kyle Shanahan, he wants like a Kirk Cousins, like a guy that can quickly, decipher things, but he wants guys that get the ball out of his hands quickly. And Pat Mahomes does have the ability to do that to a certain degree, but his feet and everything, he's more of a big-armed, big player quarterback. So it's different, because here you want to see him put his feet down and you want to see him just deliver an accurate football, a decisive football into the slant route. Like Jimmy G would hit this ball in his sleep. He'd just put his feet down and he would just deliver the ball. But Mahomes is still a little bit loopy. It's still a little bit loopy and he's still indecisive. And there he didn't hit the slant route. And Talib plays zone, so, the throw was open if, Jimmy G would have hit that type of throw. It's just Pat's game is different. Some guys have different strengths and weaknesses. I would say the one weakness to Mahomes doesn't have many, but the one weakness is that his feet can get faster, his motion can get tighter, and he can be more decisive on slant routes, and he can throw with touch. And Mahomes, though, does that. It's hard to pick out weaknesses. With Mahomes, he's really cleaned up a lot of his weaknesses. And they're going to see Hunt go off for a touchdown. This offense is drastically different. In fact, Alex Smith is the guy that hits the slant routes. So, if Mahomes, certainly the feet can get faster, but Mahomes' strengths definitely outweigh his weaknesses. I was super impressed with the tape that he put on today. This, unfortunately, is the one play that he wants to have back, and this is something that, again, he'll have to work on in the offseason. So, here Stewart's going to pick off the pass, and you understand the call. The call is they're bringing the house. It's cover 1. It's like cover 0, essentially, because it's a man all over the field with one deep safety there. So it's a cover 1 man. It's not even cover 1 zone where you have a deep safety and you have linebackers that are playing in a zone. Everybody's coming in to the quarterback. They're bringing the house. It is like cover 0, essentially. So here Mahomes is figuring, Wilson's a speed, or DeAnthony Thomas from Oregon's fast, and he's going to beat his guy. But the point is about Mahomes is that he needs to look off the safety, because the safety is the only thing preventing him and Thomas from having a big completion here. So the next step to Pat Mahomes' game, and this will come with more reps, is eye manipulation. This will when he'll start manipulating safeties, because here Mahomes just stares down his read the entire time. And also, there's no separation here. He should just scramble out here and get yards himself. Instead, he forces a ball because look, it's not even like Thomas gets any separation. So it's just a terrible decision. And if he's gonna throw it like Thomas is only 5'9" and he bullets it in there, you should throw it short and lead him here kind of horizontally. If you're throwing to like a Travis Kelce, you can throw it that high and with that much velocity. But this is only DeAnthony Thomas. So that's why it didn't make sense to throw it the way he did. And again, no eye manipulation. Luckily, the footwork is getting better. You could tell that Pat, look at how Pat here is, how he drives and the footwork getting ready to throw the ball. The footwork is much improved, though, from Mahomes. So, overall, not a finished product. But again, this guy's a rookie with Andy Reid, really just playing the West Coast system for the first, time. Here they don't really help Mahomes out at all. So a terrible snap right here. But this is a play where I wanted Matt Nagy here, or Scott Nagy, whatever, and Andy Reid. Look at this kind of coverage. I mean, this is soft cover 2 zone. The softest coverage you'll get. Two high safeties. So right here, it's 3rd and 18. Give room for Colquitt, for Brandon Colquitt, I think. I know that there's Dustin and Brandon. And then again, their blitz gets home. So it's a real shame because you see a guard here get beat by a Denver, defensive lineman. But here, just let Mahomes just throw like a screen or something out here and give Colquitt room here because they're running 4 verticals here against the cover 2 kind of prevent coverage. It just made no sense for your young quarterback. Just get the ball out. And, it's kind of the opposite of a lot of coordinators. A lot of coordinators, I'm screaming at them to be less conservative. Like John Morton, I always yell at him to let Petty throw, to play aggressive, play action. But in 3rd and 18, with the lead there, for them to call 4 verticals on cover 2 zone like that on the prevent, it just is not really a good look. I didn't really like that at all. Not really like that at all. This is still the second quarter of the game. Wow. This is the throw for Pat Mahomes where this is the ultimate like high school. Like if you're going to show like guys tape on high school, it's this throw right here. And I thought that this was the 3rd quarter, so I didn't know that this was the 2nd quarter. So what is going to end up here is this is one of the best throws that I've seen from any prospect in a long time, especially playing in his first regular season game. 3rd and 14. Denver here, they are playing again. They're really playing, another cover 0 look. So here, Mahomes wanted his guy to get separation. He got no separation. The route took too damn long. The blitz got home. So Mahomes here, the crazy thing about this is he throws with anticipation. Okay, and you can see it from the other angle better. He throws with anticipation with guys coming at him, and it's clearly not his first read. So it shows you that he has the ability to go from one read to the next, albeit very slow and very limited. Pat Mahomes right now is only half reading the field, and I don't think he'll ever get to that point where he can read it as quickly as Jimmy Garoppolo. But that's fine. Not many quarterbacks, almost no quarterbacks can read defenses as quickly as Jimmy Garoppolo. In fact, in the West Coast offense, usually you're just going to probably have two main reads. So it's not like the Shanahan offense where everything needs to be just rapidly efficient and quick. There's more improvisation allowed. There's more deep shots in this type of offense. This is a good offense even for Josh Allen maybe because, again, it's two reads. It's simplifying the game at this stage. But watch Mahomes here. You could tell that Mahomes actually is looking right, and the blitz comes in, and he has the ability, look at him sidestep, but still, as he's getting hit, have the ability, his foot is being held up, and he has the ability with no leverage to throw this ball about 15 yards on a freaking line. With a guy just chawing at his leg, and he has the poise to stay there and make this throw, kind of sidearm it and just gun it in there. That is just as rare as it gets. Like, this is as rare as it gets. This is a throw that gets you out of your seat. It's an out of your seat type of play. It really is. This is like a holy crap kind of a play from Pat Mahomes. Like, watching this on tape, you're like, holy, because this is as scary as it can get for a quarterback. An all-out blitz, Mahomes here sidesteps. This is Texas Tech, Texas gunslinger-like mentality from Patrick Mahomes. He's the ultimate Texas gunslinger, man. And that is like a Brett Favre-like play right there. That's as special as it gets from Mahomes. That should get Chiefs fans incredibly, incredibly excited. Incredibly excited. And then here they call like kind of a screen. I think his name's Avery Wilson. So here you see Pat Mahomes, and again, he doesn't use a lot of eye manipulation here. But again, they are really bringing the house on the kid. And again, eye manipulation would have helped because, he's staring down the read the entire time, and safeties are going to eat this up. It's, you can't rely on your arm talent for every throw to win you games. You're going to have to learn how to manipulate coverages, even if they're going all out blitz. And also, Pat here takes a while to get set to throw, and he's throwing off of his back foot. You want to see him kind of just hang in there, maybe take a shot. I know he backpedals kind of like Eli Manning. The one thing you gotta love though is the type of loft that he puts on the football, the touch. That just shows you that Mahomes is a passer and not just a thrower, because you see a lot of guys coming out of college, and I'm not even sure Josh Allen has this ability to throw with such a soft, feathery touch. And this is from playing baseball. This is having feel for the football, having feel for throwing, and this is really what a passer does. There's a difference between a passer and a thrower, and Mahomes here is showing the ability to put touch and lead guys. And when you're looking at prospects, Baker Mayfield, he throws with as much touch as pretty much any prospect in the draft right now. He can hit running backs, he can hit fullbacks, and this from Mahomes is a very, very good throw, and it ends up being more complex because Mahomes is a guy that literally, he didn't even have a lot of time though. Guys missed an assignment there. The running back, he didn't even allow Mahomes to look right. But if Mahomes looked right and then came back left to Wilson, it would have been a lot easier. It might have even been a bigger gainer. So again, the eye manipulation is something that Mahomes is going to learn throughout his time to utilize to his advantage if he's going to be incredibly, incredibly successful. And this guy's ceiling, we talk about Deshaun Watson, but this guy has a special, special ceiling, and I just pray for good health for Pat Mahomes and for him to continue to just, ball out here. This throw is just about as special as it gets to from Pat Mahomes. And Tyler Bray took some time here with the offense late in the game. But, sometimes Mahomes will, move around and try to get to the right side of the pocket. But here I love how he stepped up. That's the biggest key, is Mahomes stepped up. But you're going to see something here on tape that is kind of almost humorous from Pat Mahomes. Mahomes, this is the ultimate kind of gunslinger throw as well. This is a Brett Favre throw in a lot of sense. This is even like Rodgers-esque. Watch his eyes here. So you look at the feet, you look at the eyes. So here Mahomes gets set up. It's a long, long drop. Long drop. But watch his eyes. This is a no-look throw. It's a no-look. I mean, it's like basketball, Jason Kidd type of pass. It's a no-look throw to Wilson on a line. Literally doesn't play his hand till the last second. No-look throw. Don't try this at home. That's just having feel for the game. That's something you can't teach. That's something called feel for the game. And Mahomes, with his ability to escape sacks and things, that's having a very, very natural feel for the game. Now, this is something I want to point out too, though. This is how he's a different style player. Here, I don't love the long drop. I really don't, because right here, Wilson is wide open. And other quarterbacks that play in a different kind of system with a different style, such as Trubisky and Jimmy G, they make their money off of these 15-yard just timing patterns. And since Mahomes takes so long to get set, and maybe that's a coaching function of the 7-step drop, he is really unable, and he's unable to be able to pass the ball here to Wilson when he hits the window. Because he's still gearing up. And that's why, like, Alex Smith is just a different cat, because Smith, again, will hit that in his sleep. And that's why it's interesting, because they're formulating Alex Smith with, like, a Matt Stafford type of thrower. Like, Stafford can, again, he could throw off of any angle, has tons of arm talent, a little gunslinger-ish, even though Jim Bob Cooter, like, limits him sometimes, and he's more now of a guy that'll, play within a system. Or he'll play in a conservative system, Stafford. But you look here at Mahomes, and it's a great combination, because Reed is trying to take, because if Mahomes can add more Alex Smith things to his game, like footwork, smart decisions, quick decisions, this guy is going to be special. And that's why I think that the plan to move up, it's just seeming even more like a genius plan to go up to 10 and snag Patrick Mahomes. It's even seeming like a smarter move to go get the Bills pick and get their guy. He's looking like a franchise quarterback in this game. And I doubted it. And there's a lot of places where Pat Mahomes, if he went to the Browns, if he even went to Jacksonville, if he went to places where they don't really develop quarterbacks all that well, then Pat Mahomes could have been screwed. If he went to a very complicated place to play quarterback. Like even Cincinnati, there's a lot of places where Mahomes could have went, where his growth would have been, where he basically wouldn't have been coached up. They would have taken away all his confidence. They would have limited him. Like, look at what the Jets did with Hackenberg, and look at what the Browns do, what Hugh Jackson doing with Kaiser, just overcoaching. There's either overcoaching, and sometimes undercoaching guys, and Mahomes was a very raw product, and he still is a little bit raw, but part of Mahomes that makes him special is you gotta just let sometimes Pat just be Pat, and that's the fine line the coaches are trying to figure out with the guy right now. Again, this is similar to the other one we had here in the second quarter from Pat Mahomes. I mean, look at him again, like using his feet, stepping up. This is something he was definitely not doing out of Texas Tech. He was literally doing a rollback, drop back when he came out of Texas Tech. And here we have a good angle of just Mahomes too. Again, the eyes are great here. He literally takes time to read, sidestep again, great feel for the pocket. Here steps up, uses his leverage right here, and that's good footwork. That's excellent because he's getting so much torque and power there behind that throw. That's excellent, excellent footwork by Pat Mahomes. The guy is truly a special, special prospect. And Reed and this coaching staff, they know what they're doing. Takes what the defense gives you. So I think I might do a couple of more plays. I think I want to go to the 2-minute warning here of the fourth quarter of Mahomes, because they just run like a lot of different they try to kill the clock because they're up like 14 at this time. Then Tyler Bray from Tennessee comes in, and Tyler doesn't have the foot speed of Pat. Like, even though Pat Mahomes is elusive, and Tyler Bray's a guy that he's a little bit like Tom Savage in that sense, or Ryan Mallett, in that he has a big arm, but his footwork is not incredibly elite. And I still actually like Tyler Bray's such an interesting prospect because, of course, like he has like you people might say, like at Tennessee he was just, he was not ready to come out. But he seems like a pretty decent backup quarterback. Like, he can be a Nick Foles somewhere because he does have the arm talent. But essentially, going through his progressions, even Pat Mahomes just has much better instincts than Tyler Bray. And even Pat Mahomes has the ability to elude sacks, and he has a feel for the game. Tyler Bray doesn't really have feel for the game. But he was certainly an interesting prospect coming out of Tennessee. And he's certainly a talented, actually, backup quarterback. Here's a really good decision by the coordinator here, Nagy. And now, the Broncos, they want to select Mayfield or Allen. So here it benefited them. Jets fans were sitting around, Bucks fans were sitting around wanting the Denver Broncos to win the game so that draft position would be of a premium. So it's interesting to think about that sort of in context. So here they jump off sides. Here you would maybe want to see Mahomes hang in the pocket more instead of just fading back, instead of fading away like a fadeaway jump shot. And there you want to see him lead him into the middle of the field. But again, and the Broncos again came back, so maybe it's not right for me to say, they were letting them waltz down for the field goal, but I'm sure Bronco fans were actually not incredibly disappointed to lose the football game, because again, they're going to get, probably a higher draft pick from that process. But again, you see the arm talent throwing off of every angle. Mahomes can again throw from all different platforms and angles, like sidearm-ish. That's why he's Matt Stafford-ish in a lot of his game. And here's Mahomes, the ultimate gunslinger, the no, yes type of throw. This is the ultimate gunslinger type play, the no, yes. This is a Brett Favre kind of a pass that's truly special, that you truly say, no, don't do it. You never are taught to throw, across the field late like this. And it's a play that ended up being fortunate for Kansas City, that fans will love, but the coaching staff, I can tell you that they get absolutely so nervous when the quarterback puts it in, when a quarterback will put them in that situation. But as a fan, I absolutely really appreciate it. Mahomes, and his style of play. And that is really just an incredible pass. I mean, fading away like 20 yards like that. And then here to get in the field goal range, Mahomes is able to then utilize. They then send the blitz. So for some reason, Vance Joseph and the defensive staff, I think it might be Daniels as the defensive coordinator, they for some reason sent the house here and pretty much let the Chiefs come down. And Mahomes there did a very nice job there of looking left And you could tell Mahomes does have plays in his arsenal. And I think that the guy Harrison Butker, was able to kick the winner for the Chiefs. And Mahomes operated the 2-minute in stunningly great fashion. So overall, when I look at this tape, there is so much to like. There are so much instinctual things that I like about Mahomes. The upside is just incredible to Pat Mahomes, like we knew from the preseason. The throwing motion is better. The footwork is better. And Mahomes is going to be a prospect that's going to be fun to watch for years to come. Mahomes can be ready by midway of next year. If Alex Smith doesn't win 2 playoff games, then you could possibly see Smith move on. But Mahomes is going to be ready certainly in year 3. He is going to start for certain. And he's ready even to play at the beginning of next year. But preferably, you might get one more year out of Alex Smith if the Chiefs are able to do something special. And we'll have to look at Alex's contract and everything. But bottom line is, Mahomes is going to be ready. The absolute maximum time Mahomes will have to sit is one more year, because this guy is just a special prospect just waiting to see the field. And you could just tell with this offense now with Tyreek Hill and Kelsey not even playing really. This offense is going to be lethal and dangerous with Mahomes, and he can be a Pro Bowl type of quarterback, upper echelon type of guy, and he's in the right hands in Kansas City for sure. Alrighty, guys, thanks for watching the vid. Take care. More podcasts, more videos tonight and everything. Take care. Have a great one, guys.